Man, would y'all rather spend 4 hours, maybe even more, fighting I-95 traffic, or would you rather sit back and enjoy some free Wi-Fi, comfortable seats, and arrive in downtown Miami stress-free? Today, I'm talking about the Brightline from Orlando to Miami to show you exactly what it's like, how much it costs, what you get, and whether it's worth your time and money. All right, let's go. So first things first. So first things first, the Brightline is located at International Airport Terminal C. The parking and the check-in process is pretty smooth depending on what time you get there. We got there early in the morning. We had a 5:40 a.m. Departure. So we kind of got there about 5 o'clock in the morning, which if we would have got there maybe 10, 15 minutes later, it would have been a line that would have took us an extra 20 minutes to get in at minimum. But we did get there at 5, so it's kind of hit or miss. But our check-in process was pretty smooth. We did get there, however, we missed a cutoff for our check-in bags to be placed underneath the train. So they allowed us to take our check bags and take them on to the train. And it was plenty enough room for, your check-in, your carry-on. I didn't have a problem with it. It actually worked out to be in our benefit because as soon as the train did get to Miami, which we'll talk about, we were able to grab our stuff. We didn't have to wait for our luggage, and we were able to get on to our Uber for our next destination. Next, you should have a digital ticket when you booked your train ride. And you use that digital ticket. If you don't have to check in or check any bags, you can go straight with your digital ticket right to the gate and just scan it, and then you walk through. Now, again, make sure that you get to the Orlando station, which is connected to Terminal C at Orlando International Airport. So let's talk about Smart versus Premium. Smart, the only difference between Smart, it all depends on what you want, what time you're leaving, and how much time you have to spare. But we did the Smart option. The seats were still comfortable. I think the seats were about the same. The Wi-Fi was good, and it included power outlets. Now, at 5:40 in the morning, most people like myself will be more interested in charging my phone for a long day or just sitting back and relaxing and sleeping. Now, to be honest with you, on the way there, the ride was kind of uncomfortable because you can't really recline the seats back as much as you would like, so that did kind of make me uncomfortable when it was time to sleep. But if I'm going to stay up and if I'm, if I'm not tired, then the ride was perfect for me. So on the premium, you get lounge access, which is before you get onto the train, there's a lounge and they serve you different types of snacks, meals, whatever it is in there. We didn't get the premium, so I wasn't able to go inside and show you guys, but you can go ahead and look that up. But they give you complimentary food. They give you drinks. Now let's talk about the premium service. The premium service is located just before you get ready to get onto the train. There should be a lounge right to the side of the gates. And they offer complimentary foods, drinks, priority boarding. The seats are larger and your check bag is included. So depending on what your needs are, you can decide to go whether premium or you can just go with the smart. We went smart, as I said before, because we didn't need all that extra stuff. We were trying to get to our next destination, which is the port of Miami, and get on our ship and then be about our business. But if you get there and you have some time to spare, then of course you might want to go ahead and spend extra money for that lounge access to get those amenities that come with it. So as far as the boarding experience, they will make that announcement for you when it's time for your train to leave. So make sure that you're on top of it because when it's time to leave, that thing is up out of here. You know what I mean? So make sure you pay attention and you listen out for the announcements and check the boards that they have up at the top, the departure boards, let you know if it's on time, whether it's going to be delayed, whether it's be canceled, whatever the case is, just like you would in the airport. But other than that, we took the escalator down. I can't remember if we went down in Orlando or up, but either Orlando or Miami, the escalator takes you down or up into your terminal to where you didn't catch the train. So once you're on the train, the aisles are pretty wide. The seats are comfortable. They have the USB charging. Some of the seats have tables in front of And then others, they have the seat back just like on the plane, where the seat in front of you has a little table that'll fold down, which is convenient. Either way is good, you know. But if you are with a party of four, if you guys want to play dominoes or cards or something like that, then you know you should probably look into getting one that has a table that's in the front where you're sitting right across from whoever you're with, your guests. You know, so if you come with one person, two people, whatever the case is, they may sit you across from somebody that you don't know. But that's just, you know, that's just what it is. They're trying to fill those seats. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you know, depending on who jumps on the train, it's pretty much quiet. But at the time when we were leaving, I think there was a family there of probably 10 or 15 people. And, you know, they were pretty talkative because they were probably excited about their trip. I don't know if they were cruising because I didn't see them again once we got off the ship. I mean, once we got off the train, but who knows what they were going down to Miami for. But it looks like they were having a good time. So, whatever. So, we had plenty of leg room. The bathrooms were pretty clean. The Wi-Fi was pretty decent. The noise level was okay. And the ride quality, I would give it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give the ride quality probably about a 7. Only because we didn't do the premium. And I think those seats are a lot more comfortable, so I heard. But for the most part, you know, it got the job done. I would never drive to Miami again and be in that traffic because I hate driving. You might like to drive, but I don't like driving. For those people that don't like to drive, Brightline is definitely the move for you. So once we got to Miami, again, we didn't check our bags underneath the train, so we were able to grab our bags off the train and we walked straight outside and we were able to call an Uber. The Uber took us right to the port of Miami, and I think we were there in probably 15 to 20 minutes tops, as we were only a mile and a half from the cruise terminal where Brightline dropped us off downtown. So Miami Central is located in downtown Miami, making it very convenient for your cruises, hotels, and sightseeing. So at the end of the day, the check-in was smooth. It was a nice, comfortable ride, I would say. The speed of the train was about as fast as you're going to get on a train, but we didn't have to worry about traffic, so it was great. Cleanliness, I would give it on a scale of 1 to 10. I would say about an 8. The food, I didn't have the food, so I can't rate that. But the value for what you pay was, like I said, you can't beat it. We paid about $50 to $60 one way. I think the round trip was probably $140 round trip from Orlando to Miami back to Orlando. So the value was great for the price. You can't beat it. If you think about it, you're going to spend that much on gas and tolls of going and coming back. So you might as well be comfortable, have a relaxing experience when you're traveling. Because you're going to be definitely tired. If you're cruising, you're definitely going to be tired after that cruise. And the last thing that you're going to want to do is get on the road and drive back another 4 hours. And if you hit some traffic, it can turn into a 4.5 to 5 hour trip after a long vacation. So that's it. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe for more content and travel news with your boy Nupe International. And I'll see y'all on the next one.